Waiting on notification. Okay, waiting on notification.
I just came to Atlanta and reloaded for our summer program. You know, we got the air freshener program, and in Atlanta is my wholesale connect.
Okay, I didn't know that. Yes, sir. Okay, perfect. And we are live. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to a very special edition of Off the Record on the People's Podcast this afternoon. We have an incredible activist and advocate for the youth and young people, and he's been doing a great job in the communities in New Orleans and Atlanta and all over. But I want to introduce our viewing audience to none other than Brother Roosevelt. Muhammad, assalamu alaikum, sir.
Alaikum salam, mighty God body.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, the first question we want to know is, sir, what are you working on now, and how can we support you?
My mission at this present moment is 1 million young people must be given a business. So my goal is to give them the small businesses that I have used that help my youngsters in New Orleans and help all my sons and my daughters build themselves up to where they wanted to be.
Praise be to God. Yes, sir. And are people receptive to you building their business?
If you go downstairs and you come through.
The people are very receptive. The other thing is it depends on what community you in, and depends on what actual city you in, because everybody's city is different, you know. One of the things in New Orleans, we got a higher level of support because of the actual crime epidemic, and the people really understand the necessity for our young people to have an outlet to make money. You know, depending on what other city you in, it's the response of the people. If the people's hearts are not caught up in young people, they're not going to support the endeavors of young people. You know, and the worst part about it is that if it ain't sports affiliated, our people don't really back it when it comes to young people. You know what I'm saying? When young people start their businesses, they think it's almost like a charity movement than the actual business. So instead of them having respect for this younger generation and their work ethic, they're looking at them like they really doing them a charity case. Oh, I'm gonna support you, baby. It's bigger than support. This is this child livelihood. Don't look down on what they do like it's some doggone charity when it's actually the small business that they building. So that's one of the things I work on feverishly towards my elder adults and adults in general, is having a better attitude when it comes to young people's work ethic and their business ventures. Stop looking down on them. That's what I would push more than anything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And if there are the young people who are watching now, and when I put it on YouTube, what type of businesses would you suggest that they go into?
Oh man, the first business that assisted was the air freshener business, the incense business, the body oil business. These are businesses where there's almost 1,000% markup on your product. So if you invest 100, you can make at least 500. You see what I'm saying? So it depends on where you at and how your investing power is and how determined it is to take your business from one level to the next level. You know, I would say the air freshener business and the incense business will be the easiest because those particular businesses, the people are familiar with them. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have a problem with buying incense from you, air fresheners, body oils from you. It all depends on how your discipline is. You know, because you can start with a pound and 4-5 months later, you all the way up to gallons. You know, I would like to, I'll show you this one. I'm coming to reload right now for our youth in the city of New Orleans. And my vehicle is basically loaded all the way up to the T. This is all air fresheners. I had to do this for them, right? Let me see if I could get in here. See, we buy like this. So you got gallons. You got the 5 gallons. You got the 40 gallons. You got, my whole vehicle is right now got 12 pairs of the mixed form. I got 10 different flavors of the air fresheners form. So basically the city of New Orleans, we got 8 different tents we popping up around the city, right? So instead of you having all of the youngsters trying to sell air fresheners, Each individual youngster, he gets his individual coin, right? Let me see if I have some of our money in here right quick. Give me a second. Oh, yeah, we got one. Yes. All right, listen, see this right here? This is a YFP coin. All right, so every youngster that joins our organization, he gets coins, right? So what he does, he has a responsibility to go door to door or go to the community and get the community to support him. He has to have 100 life links. A life link is an individual that agrees to spend $10 a month with this youngster. That means he gets 2 coins. Instead of him exchanging cash money with the youngster, when he pulls up on him, he exchanges this coin with him, so he is not always in possession of large amounts of money. So he can't be robbed. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
sir.
what happens is when you sign up and you become a life link, that means me or one of the other coaches gonna deliver these coins to you. And then from that, when you see the community youth out there selling their air fresheners, their t-shirts, their bars of soap, depends on what products they got, you can exchange this coin for the bar of soap. You can exchange this coin for air freshener or body oil. And or you could get $5 off your grass cut, because we got landscapers on our team. We got pressure washers on our team. So anything that I personally can do to give a young person their own business, right? If you come in to the club and you don't know yet what you want, you're gonna have to sit down and listen to this.
Okay, well, while we're waiting on, okay, there he is. Our brother's right back with us. We're waiting on Brother Roosevelt to pop back with us. I want to thank everybody for tuning into the People's Podcast as we get this great information about what people can do, especially targeting the youth. Our brother out of New Orleans, Brother Roosevelt, is assisting us with letting us know. Thank you, Sister Robin, for watching. Thank you, Sister
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Our brother's back. I can hear you, but I can't see you. Here we go. Boom.
You can hear me out?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm right here.
All right, I'm trying to see why my camera's not working. You can see me?
Yes, sir. I can see you.
Okay, mine is not cooperating. But don't worry about that part. Well, you know, one of the ways is getting young people to see the importance of building a customer base, right? So
Yes,
once
sir.
they build a customer base, which is actually what I did, I'll give you everything that the YFP program consists of.
Yes, sir. But Roosevelt, your camera went off for a minute.
Okay, hold on.
Now you back. You back right now.
All right, let me see. Why is it doing this? Is your camera stopped? Done speaking. Can you see me still out?
Yes, sir. You right here with you.
Okay. You ever heard of the Steal Away plan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, that's all the YP movement is. Your brother didn't reinvent no wheel. Your brother didn't do anything different. When I came into the Nation of Islam in 1993, Minister Farrakhan was distributing a Steal Away program, which taught us how to go door to door, building a customer base. And that's what we did. And that's how I built the youth program. I took exactly what I was taught and implemented among my youth and removed no way of them producing excuses. See, that's one of the things what we as adults do. We allow the youngsters to produce the excuses. Can you hear me still?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So the YP movement is no different than the Nation of Islam program. You can still see me?
No, sir. It just dropped right there.
Okay, man, what's going on with this thing? All right, back.
Yes, sir. You back.
So what I did was take exactly what I was trained and taught, and some of the youngsters would draw because of the heavy discipline, but then I learned to let them be themselves until I can get them to accept the next level of discipline. Because every youngster, he comes with the attitude of wanting to be an entrepreneur, but not understanding the full extent of what that means. Man, entrepreneurship is no different than like going to join the NFL. Only a few can make it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So it's one thing to talk that talk, but it's another thing to walk that walk. You know what I'm saying? And for the last 28 years, I've been walking and talking the talk. I fell in love with Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Off back, that man told me, do for self. So for the last 28 years, that's what I've been personally doing. For self, I have never in my life worked for no man. So do for self is all I know. So all I did was took what I was taught and implemented it. And then right after the Million Man March, I gave my word that I would come back and help guide our young people. And that's what I've been doing since the Million Man March. I'm about to see if I can pull this Zoom up and see if it'll cooperate now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank everyone for watching. My sister's name says peace. And thank everyone for watching. And thank you, Roosevelt, for teaching, being a testimony, giving your testimony about how you did for self for 28 years. Praise be to independent entrepreneur. 28 years.
28 years. And everything that my youth do are basics. You remember the minister asked us to put some book sacks on our back?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And put products in them? That's all I did. I took basic products, the air fresheners, the bars of soaps, the toilet paper. You know about the brother in the nation that got the Freedom toilet paper?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, that's the toilet paper we distribute. So the thing is, it's one thing that you know your brother's doing something, but it's another thing to go in, and even though I might be able to find that paper cheaper, but it ain't putting money into the pockets of another person that believe like I believe and rock like I rock.
Yes, sir.
You know,
yes, sir.
So we in the nation are the #1 prime examples of do for self and providing our people with an example of do for self. So we got toilet paper, bars of soap, body oils, air fresheners, what you need. That's our youngsters' mentality. If you don't want to sell none of those products, you're gonna come in and design your own t-shirt brand. Once you get your own t-shirt brand, you get your 50 pack. A 50 pack represents 50 t-shirts. The only requirement from the team is give us our 8 hours, man. If you could go give 8 hours to the cracker, why can't I get 8 hours from you? Explain it to me. The mentality of the youngsters, once he get out there, 4 or 5 hours, he done made him $200, $300. He ready to quit when he see big money. We don't quit to the whole 8 hours in. We do not chase money. We chase our word. If our word is 8 hours, that's what I want, 8 hours. Money don't dictate the agenda. Your word do. So how many hours are you willing to put in necessary to build your business or your empire? That's the bigger question of you as an individual. You can start right at this moment in your community and go door to door, asking a basic question. Would you like to see the condition of young people change? If the answer is yes, you give them the next question. Can I cut your grass, wash your car, or deliver soap or toilet paper to you? I promise you, out of every 10 people, at least 6 of them are going to accept your offer. It's up to you to be able to fulfill your part of the agreement. Can you keep the discipline required to fulfill your part of every month, giving those people what you gave them, your word, because they're depending on their toilet paper. They could have stopped at Sam's and got that, but they trusted your word that you would deliver. They could have stopped at Sam's and got their soap, but they trusted your word you would deliver. So one thing is to my young people, make sure your word is your bond, because sometimes you lacking your word make a bad example for the other generation that's striving to do the right thing. Young people, one error on your part stigmatized the whole younger generation. That's the part that I'm striving to change. Don't let the errors of a few young people stigmatize all young people. So that's why it's important that the youngsters that's doing the right thing broadcast what you're doing right, so that this wicked world can see that you're doing right. Based on what they're seeing on the news is that none of the young people are doing right. So please, brother, what you're doing right now with this broadcast is so majorly important. Truly, majorly important.
Praise be to Allah. My brother Rashad just asked me to ask you about the minister giving you 10 bands during Katrina. Could you tell that story?
Yes. For Katrina, I lost everything. My equipment, everything. Minister Farrakhan gave a request, what could we use help in? How much that we need. I requested $10,000 to help buy me some new equipment. 2 days later, a cashier's check was at my door. I took that $10,000 and went bought the equipment I needed to rebuild my business. If it wasn't for Minister Farrakhan, personally, I don't know what I would have done. Because I had never in my life worked and putting any tax into the government's tax system, when they typed my social security number in, it came up void of existence because I never worked in their system. So they didn't give me any aid or any help because I had never contributed to their tax system. Only person that was able to aid and help me was my beloved Minister Farrakhan. And he gave me the $10,000. And I made my word bond with that by rebuilding my business. To every youngster that benefit from anything that I do, you got to give all praise and honor to Allah for Minister Farrakhan. Because if he wouldn't have gave me $10,000, personally, I don't know where I'll be at. Oh, man, I really couldn't explain it to you. But I'm a grateful Black man. So the printing company you see me run, that's Farrakhan. The F-Fretching company you see me run, that's Farrakhan. The young people you see me saving, they belong to Farrakhan. I'm gonna show you something. You see this YFP card?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. On the opposite side of this coin, it says 1877. You know what that means?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. The YFP movement is based upon the birth of Master Farad Muhammad.
True and living. Yes, sir.
My life is no life without Master Farad Muhammad.
Oh,
So everything that I do, I say, everything that I rock on is based upon him coming to save us. I don't have no God besides he who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. So if you're looking for anything other than that, if you look, I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes people try to compromise and try to give praise to someone other than who came for you. Besides he, there's no savior, brothers.
Yes,
so
sir.
every youngster in the YFP movement, they know that.
Oh,
The first thing they get when they come in and join is a message to the Black man and how money works. Because if you don't give them the book How Money Works, you're going to continue to enslave them to the false fiat money called the white man currency.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Federal Bank Reserve note, which carries no value. That's the new value. The YFP coin is the new currency.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? So the other portion is, once you come in and you have been evaluated by me and a few other brothers, once you prove to have qualified to become a true member of the YFP, your actual face go on your own print money. So when the youngsters come in and you qualified, no different than the nation, because everybody can't be in here, brother. Your word is your bond in the YFP movement. Nothing else matters. You can be affiliate. Affiliates rock different. You're not under the YFP laws.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You teaching. You teaching.
You see what I'm saying? So everybody look around and say, well, what's the difference in the affiliate and the actual member?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They want to know.
The members in the Nation of Islam carry what? Laws.
Yes, sir.
Well, guess what? In the YFP movement, all my youngsters have general orders too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's no difference between the YFP movement and the Nation of Islam. The only difference is they don't write a letter. Their word is their bond. I can't give them, I don't have authorization or authority to carry out those procedures with our youth because they are not actually coming into the Nation of Islam's ranks in a normal way.
Yes, sir.
I can't
Yes, sir.
give them all of the procedures. Now, once the ones that come in see and reflect upon the true teachings of what I give, then they have an option to join the Nation of Islam. Then they could join the true ranks. But right now, I'm building the smaller ranks. And I'm pre-qualifying them through this process before I can get them into the original true process.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Nation of Islam, brother, was not meant for everybody.
That's right.
If it was, that letter wouldn't have been put down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Actual facts wouldn't have been put down. The student enrollment wouldn't have been put down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I don't put those things there because I don't want to lose none of mine. Once you can't pass the student enrollment in to actual facts, you actually can't join the ranks. You put, where you go from now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When you can't write that letter, you can't join the ranks. Where you go from there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the YP movement removes those particular methods, so I don't lose none of those that come in. So even if they don't pass that, which is they're not required to pass those procedures, they're required to make their word bond. Word is bond and bond is life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Same procedures in the street. When you break your word in the street, out there, then you lose your life.
That's right. That's right.
The difference in here, we don't sell drugs. No YP member is allowed to sell drugs. That comes with severe consequences. I whip ass, brother.
Yes, sir.
Because I
Yes,
can't
sir.
allow the federal government coming in here effing with me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I don't do wrong at all.
Allahu Akbar.
I'm watched by these people severely. So I can't allow no weakness among my youth. You know, I had one of my sons was killed 2019. He decided to go to the street life. And he know we don't stand there. So I didn't speak at my son's funeral. I had nothing to say because I can't defend his behavior. He was one of the weak ones that took the fiat money as a value over our way of life. So guess what? There was no retaliation for his murder because he chose the satanic way of life. His brothers could do nothing about it, even though they heard over it, because he chose the satanic way of life. So when you choose that way, don't look for us to defend you, to come to your aid. You go back to the vomit you actually spit up. I'm not coming to defend you in that bull crap. So the YP movement condemns the selling of drugs, brother, because we have too many ways for you to make an honest way of living to have to sell drugs. You actually a traitor of our community.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And in the near future, as this army continue to grow, we're gonna pass out pamphlets, giving you due process to remove yourself from that way of life, or we gonna deal with your natural born ass.
Yes, sir.
Believe
Yes, sir. Allahu Akbar. Yes, sir. Beautiful.
I don't mean to take you in that direction, brother.
No, sir. It's all good, bro. It's all good.
I'm fed up with the traders, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, the traders are in our community working for the CIA and the FBI.
Yes, sir.
And God willing, the end of this month, I'll be doing live podcasts and I'll be showing all of the data I researched and found from the federal database of how many drug seizures has taken place on the sea. And I'm requesting all of my congressmen to give us the information and the proof that y'all are destroying the drugs y'all are seizing from on sea. We don't trust the federal government. So if you're transparent, show us the evidence that you're destroying all of these goddamn tons of dope that you're seizing. 2 days ago, you seized $22 million worth of coke. Can you show us the evidence that you're destroying this? Because right now, I see evidence that you're redistributing the shit in my community. That's what I see. Because drugs is rampant in my city. You know, they got these new Percocets and all these new drugs that's killing our children.
Yes, sir. Yes,
On
sir.
one pill, man. This is amazing. But it's the fulfillment of Bill Gates' words, all of the Caucasians of the Rockefellers' words. They want to cut population.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
young
sir.
people are being recruited to help them
Yes, sir.
in that process through the distribution of drug distribution. And they're building more penitentiaries for our youth. So, brother, we have to start animately having discussions about the drug industry plus the prison industrial complexes that are filling these seats, these beds with our youth.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, last week I spoke at a youth facility. Oh my God. In New Orleans, it's real, brother. Right now in our city, every day, there's a carjacking and a murder. There's nothing in that city that can really help unless we, who know what we must do, is build businesses. We got to run the Arabs back to Pakistan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You understand me? So that means those of us who got a little bread need to put our bread together. I got money. Let's go ahead and open a few hip hop stores and let our children become the distributors of the hip hop they're addicted to, the fashion they're addicted to. The hair, come on, it's time for us to get in the hair business and distribute the hair. Believe me, brother, for the last 20-something years, that's what I've been personally doing. Import, export from China. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us to go into import, export.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But that's exactly what I did. My coins were created in China. Half of the merchandise besides our toilet paper is shipped from China, besides our African soap. So China is one of my closest friends. Can't wait to get over there. China is the new superpower. You got to pay attention to what China is doing in Africa right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So in one way, China could become our enemy. Or in one way, China could become our friend. They don't have to become our enemy. You remember the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was shipping stuff from China at one time?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We had our own China goods,
Yes, sir.
our own dishes.
Yes, sir.
Man, this is amazing. But now it's time for the generation of young people to re-pick up the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's vision and start distributing some of the basic goods that can be bought in from China.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One of our number one statements in our youth program. We must master the distribution of our people's basic household needs.
Yes.
Did you catch that? We must master the distribution of our people's basic household needs. If we can master the distribution and take over the door-to-door within the small community, we gonna win. We don't need to follow no other blueprint. The blueprint is do for self. The Exodus program. Go get your customers. The minister said study the ants and the bees. How often do you go to an ant mound and find just a few ants there? How often do you go to a bee nest and find just a few bees there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But if you go early in the morning to the bee nest, you ain't gonna find no bees because they all working. Going from plant to plant, getting pollen to come back to the nest. Go to the ant mound, find me a lazy ant. Go knock that ant mound over and come back 5 hours and see what you see. They done rebuilt their colony. So, young people, study the ants. You study the bees. And you have to protect. I apologize. Can you re-see me, brother?
Yes, yes, sir. I'm right here.
Okay. I had a phone call coming in. So study the bees and study the ants. And then you must admire their structure and live like them. Who's the most powerful one in the nest? The female.
Yes, sir. Yes,
In
sir.
both of them. The bee is the female. The ant is the female because she's the natural structure organizer of our home. She should never work. So guess what? This new way of life, this new paradigm shift is to get all females off the job. So brothers, get your damn work mindset on. If your woman work for a Caucasian or any man, you not a man, period. Oh, brother, well, I can't do it without her. You should have never picked her up. So guess what? This the new thinking. Your woman should not work for nobody, period. This year, you save every penny you got and you put it to the side to take your woman off that job. It's just over broke is what it means. Find out her unique wants, her unique drive, and invest in her vision. How you want her to respect you, man? When she has to give her unauthorized attention in her mind over to another man's instructions for 8 damn hours. Then you want to come over and respect you. No, you need to get your damn self a checkup from the head up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Period. It's important. It's really, brother. Have you walked into an Arab gas station and saw his woman working behind the cash register giving you money back? No. Because he had respect for his woman. So, black man, wake up and realize how valuable the woman is. Go read the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and message to the black man to protect the black woman.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't know nothing else. The teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is all I know. And I know that what he's taught me has worked. I haven't picked up any other blueprint. There was no need to try anything else. I came into the Nation of Islam January of 1993. I got hooked on phonics January the 10th. October 10th, 1993. I drove 10 hours. I mean, not 10 hours, 28 hours to LA to watch Minister Farrakhan do a lecture called Healing the Wounds with the Crips and Bloods.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brother, when I got back, I used that same blueprint. I got a mutual brother who knew my beef. At the time I was joining the Nation of Islam, brother, I had a contract out on my life to kill me on sight. Me, my brother, and my cousin. I joined the Nation of Islam. And then I witnessed Minister Farrakhan do the Crips and the Bloods healing the wounds. I came back after that. I witnessed that, got a neutral person who knew my beef, and I sent a warning and an olive branch to that brother and his crew, asking them that I don't want no beef with them no more. I didn't want no more. I joined the nation to leave me alone. The brother accepted my olive branch and told me he wouldn't kill me, but he couldn't protect me from his soldiers. I understood that. So I joined the nation and took on the teachings the best way I knew how. You know, so after my, I say, 9th month in, I was on the corner, Diamond and Shelf, selling final call newspapers, brothers. And them same youngsters rode up on me with guns to kill me. I was in a suit and bow tie. The driver, he didn't know me. But the other two did. The driver asked me my name. I said, my name is Brother Roosevelt X. He looked at me again. He said, bro, what's your name? I said, Brother Roosevelt X. He looked at the other two dudes for agreement that if I was the dude he was looking for. They looked at me, I looked back at them. The light turned green. They pulled off. My pager went off back to back to back to back. I answered my pager, went to the phone, answered the pager, and it was my friend who I had used as the olive branch to foster beef. He asked me, where was I? I told him I was on Diamond and Shelf. He said, get your ass off the corner, them boys looking to kill you. I said, man, them little boys just pulled off. He said, get your ass off the corner, they gonna kill you. I said, I got something for them. I left the corner, I went to my house, I got my gun. I went back to that corner. And if them youngsters would have pulled up, I would have killed them. But they didn't. I left that corner, I went to my minister. His name was Minister Harold Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I explained to him what happened. And Minister Harold said, brother, you can't sell papers no more. I said, man, you tripping. He said, brother, you know what sabbatical is? I said, no, sir. He said, you can't go sell papers no more. You can't go outside. I'm looking, I'm like, man, no. He said, brother, or you can't be in the Nation of Islam if you can't follow my instructions. So I was in a dilemma, brother. I couldn't go out and sell papers. I had to come in the mob. Listen, man, I couldn't go nowhere for almost 2 years. So what I did is I got on every plane I could. And wherever Minister Farrakhan was at, that's where I was at.
Mm.
That's how I got to learn the minister. I secured the minister. I secured Dr. Collins. I've done everything I could to learn what I learned. So Collins was a good inspiration to me. I learned so much from him. I didn't even know what I know to this day, that I had so many FBI agents in the ranks with me. One brother who was my lieutenant confessed to being an FBI agent. His name was Brother Anthony Muhammad. He was one of the men that Minister Farrakhan gave Muhammad to for selling 1,000 papers consistently for months. All of us. Brother, it was amazing. We came back from the march. We had 10 manhood training facilities in the churches. It was off the chain. 3 months later, 8 of those churches closed down told us we couldn't even train youngsters in their facilities no more. We didn't even know why. That an order had came from the Vatican Church, that nobody in their network can do any association or networking with anybody associated with the Million Man March. I was new then. I didn't know what was going on. I was only 2 years out of the grave, confused. But I knew I was in love with young people. So we took what they were doing to us and we started taking the training to the parks. And that's where I've been at, brother, working with young people. All of the obstacles you can name was thrown in my way. But I refuse to let nothing stop me. I'll give this one to you. Majorly important as a Muslim. Study Brother Jabril Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you don't, you won't be able to handle the wiles of Satan. You won't even be able to deal with the attitude of a believer who's just going through something. Jabril is the one that'll help you take the immune shot for your mental development.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Without it, you won't be able to survive the nation. So it's majorly important you study him in the closing of the gap. That book is majorly important.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sometimes brothers look at brothers who are not presently in the military structure as brothers who have left the ranks. No, sir. There's big fields awaiting a wide awake man to work out in.
Yes, sir.
You must understand this importantly. So when you see soldiers like myself, Brother Curtis Muhammad, and other brothers, that brother there is my example. Because when I was getting frustrated with my youth program and I wasn't getting the support I thought should have come from the ranks, I would have brothers I would counsel with. So the Peacekeepers was an example to me of to keep my youth program going. This brother came into our city and trained us how to go in the community for 1 hour and work within our community and get other brothers from other organizations to commit to 1 hour. And then we got the Fearless. Man, think about this, 10,000 Fearless. Now that's something I really want to bring to our city in New Orleans.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Really, the YP movement is 10,000 Fearless. I just didn't tack the name to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, because the blueprint is the same.
Absolutely. Beautiful.
Man, I'm talking. You haven't asked me too many questions.
I got some questions I'm coming back to. So many people showing you love on Facebook, and I can't wait to put this on YouTube. But before we come back to those, you gave me a lot of talking points, and I have a lot of questions from the audience as well as right now. Thank you for your time. We have a quick 60-second commercial break dealing with business for all of the sponsors of the People's Podcast. Brother Roosevelt, thank you again. And I want to just do a quick 60-second commercial break to all of the sponsors. I want everyone who is watching to please continue to like, share, subscribe. Every comment matters. Let's continue to show love and support to our brother Roosevelt for the great work that he is doing in the community. If you all would like to be a sponsor or donor of the People's Podcast, please cash app the People's Podcast. Thank you very much. I want to start with my brother's business, Street Premier Media Production. Rashad, he has a 4K camera and a drone. He does television and film editing. My sister Miriam, ABC I Love Me, children's book and coloring book, both of which are available on Amazon. Make sure we go get those. My sister Naima, Stay On Point Dance Academy, LLC. She teaches ballet virtually across the country. We love our tiny dancers. Also, MTS Car Bros, any make, any model, any year, 30 to 50% off. Make sure you go get the vehicles from our brothers on the West Coast. I'm coming right back to our brother Roosevelt. He's giving us some great questions and information, as well as inspiration. Brother Kenneth, bow tie maker extraordinaire right here in Atlanta, Georgia. He will ship bow ties to you all across the country. Thank you very much, Brother Kenneth. Brother Enoch out of Chicago, Hip Hop Detox. It empowers youth and towards healthy lifestyles, a holistic approach to doing that and making healthy choices. Thank you very much, Brother Enoch. Asiatic Minds. This is the #1 school starting this semester. It is the school that makes young gods, kings, and queens. Asiatic. To make sure that everybody supports AsiaticMinds.com. AsiaticMinds.com. Let's make sure we support that. I'm coming right back to our brother Roosevelt. Sister Latasha Muhammad, Queen is I, Poetry and Apparel. Sister Latasha Muhammad, Queen is I, Poetry and Apparel. Make sure you keep supporting all of the believers who are doing independent things. Fresh and Clean LLC, Fresh and Clean Sanitizing.com, www.freshandcleansanitizing.com. Our brother Aaron out of Albany, Georgia, by the way of Newark. Elevated Places Inc., adult counseling, youth counseling, and life management. The phone number is 229-344-1474. We're coming right back to you, Brother Roosevelt. Thank you for your patience. Dr. Henry M. Carter, King Henry Turkey Legs, right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Brother Rashad Muhammad, COVID-19 disinfecting cleaning services out of Chicago, Illinois. My father's book, A Soldier in the Movement of Christ, AbdulSharif.com. And last but not least, my two books, Cleopatra, which is a children's book, and No Father, No Excuse, both of which are available on Amazon. Thank you all very much. Please continue to like, share, subscribe, and your donations and sponsorships are greatly appreciated. All right, right back to you, Brother Roosevelt.
Oh, man, what you just did was so amazing.
Oh, praise be to Allah.
Business is 85% marketing,
Okay.
15% product or service. So you got to be out there promoting your business or broadcasting your business 70 to 85% of the time.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
the other 15% is perfected service or product. So it's majorly important that you do not be out here with an inferior product.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
whenever you do provide a service, you have to go over and beyond. See, when you go over and beyond, you really ain't got to advertise with that person no more. Because they're so satisfied with what you just done for them, they're going to call their friend. They're going to be like, Lord have mercy, guess who just left my house? Supreme Cleaning Service just done it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One of the other things, a customer base is so majorly important.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sometimes we fail in that area. A customer base is really what that's the emergency people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If we would have taken the instructions of our minister and implemented the Exodus program 1 and 2, our people would be in our hands.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because we don't have what's needed, which is the data. Okay? People ask me why my program is private. Because I don't need people coming in here changing nothing. You see what I'm saying? Private means private. When you open to the public, you give all of the insiders, people come in and dictate how you run stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right? So guess what? We private. If you don't like the rules and regulations, get somewhere.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's one of our problems with us as brothers. We want to be accepted so much. We want, it ain't about this. Everybody's not meant for this work, brother.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So when you look at young people, if you ain't patient, get from round.
Yes, sir.
If you ain't tolerant, get from round.
Yes, sir.
If you're not forgiving, get from round. Because they're going to do all of the things like that. They don't have the maturity. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we hold them accountable to high levels of maturity that don't come over the night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So my verse of the Bible that I stick to, Matthew 19:14.
Yes, sir.
Suffer unto me the little children.
Yes,
for
sir.
such
Yes,
is the
sir.
kingdom of God. So I know, I don't believe it no more. I know children are the kingdom.
Yes, sir.
And that's why I don't get caught up in adults. I know that if I'm gonna do anything, I have to put this mind that God has given me into young people. But more than putting it into them, the work ethic that's required. We are a lazy group of people right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And if you can, brother, focus on doing for self.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brother asked me the other day, what's wrong with our nation of Islam? So there's nothing wrong with the nation at all. The only thing's wrong is that a large percentage of the members work for the enemy.
Mm.
You got more members in the nation that work for the enemy that do for self. So that's why we're suffering. The nation of Islam cannot grow when you're going against the code of the teacher. The teacher's code is do for self. If you do a scale or a survey of the members, and if they do for self or work for the enemy, you find 85% work for the enemy. So you can't build a nation that way. So we suffering as a body of examples. And then the other portion that hurts us more than anything is brothers like myself and other brothers who get on their feet financially and mentally. Leave the nation like you did this shit on your own. You didn't do a damn thing on your own. I'm a product. You see what I'm saying? Nothing else did this. I'm a product of the nation.
Yes,
and
sir.
I ain't gonna bend fold or bow on that. Came into the nation and they taught me to do for self. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I came into the nation. Before I came into the nation, I was moving about 300 keys of coke in my city monthly. I had 4 crack shops. I was doing some evil shit. And the nation saved me. Before the nation, I was an animal. If you don't know me, ask about me. If you beef with me, I would have killed you on sight. No games.
Yes, sir.
So when you look at me as a savage, and then you look at the nation that civilized me, it gave me strength to withdraw from my family, to back up from my behavior.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
to stop the madness. You know, it wasn't easy because at one point I thought I was punking out. You know, I thought I was being made into a punk. I was being punked. I was being made scary.
Oh, no.
Nope.
They don't like doing
I was being humbled unto death, brother. You know what's the easiest damn thing to do in this world? Is to kill another black man. That was so damn easy. Sell your own people dope. That was so damn easy.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You know what I'm proud of today? I haven't sold dope in 28 years. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
I haven't shot a black man in 29 years. But I was tempted. Brother. You know, what, about 4 years ago? Brother, I went to hell and back. You know, I was anxious from returning to my vomit. And if it wasn't for Minister Farrakhan and the example that man has,
yes, sir.
thoroughly,
Yes, sir.
you know, he's drove it into my brain cells that I can't go against my word to him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Promise him. The only way I could do something like that is if someone put their hand on me, on my children. And that's the righteous children, not the wicked ones.
Yes, sir. Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying? There has to be a difference. All of our children ain't gonna follow our path. And when that child that don't want to follow the path, that prodigal son, don't build what the hell you don't build to go after his ass. When you don't build something to provide a way of living for him, and he choose to pick the streets up, and he choose to pick, you didn't do nothing wrong, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So when your child who you raised right, choose to leave what you raised, him to do right, and go out there and want to sell dope and do wrong, do not go after him. He'll come back. Oh, but I thought you love them all. I do. It's for the ones that ain't never heard. Not to the goddamn lip professors.
Yes, sir.
You remember the book that we read? And some of them you could warn them or warn them not, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
Yes,
they won't believe. Me and your job ain't to the ones that already been warned, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You teach
The blood is on our hand for the ones we didn't warn.
Yes, sir.
So my sons, my daughters, all of the youth that come through my programs, Brother Roe don't have sympathy for you after you leave. You say, well, brother, that's wrong. When you leave, I can't come out there for you. I go after the one that ain't never come. Because you know better.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Some people say, brother, what's wrong with you? Jesus left the 99 to go after the one.
Yes, sir.
I said, yes, that's true. But guess what? That one got lost. He didn't intentionally leave. It's a difference in intentional leaving the path.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And getting lost on the path. Or being taken off the path by some tear
Yes, sir.
that was sown in among the wheat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You teaching?
You know, sometimes we think everybody that come in our group or our organization is there with us. We fail to understand that the CIA training facility train people to look just like you.
That's right. That's right.
Come in and speak noble just like you.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Think
sir.
they love young people just like you. These nonprofit organizations, I call them nonprofit pimps. These organizations were trained and put to by government. To have a nonprofit organization means you are following government laws and regulations.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He said, well, Brother Ro, do you got one? Nope. I had one. I resolved it because I don't follow the government by no means. I don't believe in those people.
Yes, sir.
Period.
Yes, sir.
I'm building a new government of peace.
Yes, sir.
See my shirt? Let's change the world.
Yes, sir.
Love, peace, freedom. Right? The first step to that is love.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes, sir.
fluid. If you learn anything else about me, brother, I'm the embodiment of love.
Yes, sir.
All right? I'm love for real. But the opposite of love, I don't hate, right? But if you deal with me in that manner, I will beat the piss out you.
Yes, sir.
Because I ain't into the bullshit like people play games today, but that's over with me. I ain't with the nonsense.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm solid. I'm real. I'm approachable.
Yes, sir.
I tell everybody, Muslim, Christian, Hebrew-like, I love all of y'all who's doing right. But if you're not, I'm gonna check your ass.
Yes, sir.
Because I want you to check me.
Yes, sir.
See, that's the problem with us now. When you listen to Malcolm, Malcolm was on everybody behind.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When you listen to Minister Farrakhan, he on your behind.
Yes, sir.
Today, you ask this question, I'll answer this, right? Where's the 10,000 fearless going? What we supposed to do? Because I know I'm one of them. If each of one of us, if you one of the 10,000 fearless, what's your job? It ain't gonna be all FOI that's one of the 10,000 fearless.
Right. That's right.
Every FOI got to go out there and duplicate his mind and attitude among those brothers and make one of them fearless.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you know what the requirement it is to stay in the ranks? My job now is to pull as many close to the ranks. As soon as I pull them in and you start putting them what they can't do on them, brother, Ro, you tripping. Man, y'all crazy.
Yes, sir.
They think we're crazy.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
By Allah's permission, I still eat one meal a day,
Crazy.
right?
Yes, sir.
And they say, Brother Ro, how the hell you doing? I said, I'm 51, babe. You can't outrun me. I'm 51, you can't get them gloves with me.
Yes.
I'm 51. I
Yes.
feel like I'm 28 though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
when
sir.
people ask me how old I am, I really say I'm 28 because I'm really 28 years old.
Yes, sir.
Because I came to birth 28 years ago. And my advice to every brother and sister that's listening, study guide 1 through 19.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Self-improvement is the basis for community development. If you want to save your community, you got to start by first improving yourself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then be an example of that improvement.
Yes, sir.
Not saying be perfect, because if you strive to be perfect, you're going people looking for the fault find, okay?
Yes, sir.
So if you put that perfect image out there, look for some perfect slander. Some perfect slander.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
We
sir.
not perfect, brother. But the blueprint I follow is perfect. I could say that.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I'm not perfect, but the blueprint I follow is perfect. And that blueprint is due for self.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the other blueprint is self-improvement. It's the basis for community development. And I think that everyone in our community should be in that mindset, because most of us right now don't want to improve. Hey, beautiful. That's the host right there, family. That's who hosts us and brought us in, Sister Tammy. If you on Clubhouse, Tammy, hey, I'm on live right now.
How are you? Hey, everybody.
Everybody says
We are bridging the gap.
That's bridging the gap.
I have been moving since I got here. I just left a film studio with some artists.
Tell me where you was at.
I was at OG Hood Rich Film Studio here in Atlanta.
Okay.
He's done a lot of things to help independent talent, and I use him as a platform to help them with their artist development. And then when they want to put their videos on World Star and stuff like that, that's who I go through. So I'm always trying to do something to bridge the gap with them. Now we back here and we're going to do some networking, meet and greets, and I'm excited. I'm excited about people who have taken the opportunity to want to bridge the gap and us come together, meeting each other, and you got to get to know each other.
That's right. That's right.
Before you can start working.
That's right.
You know, so
That's what it's about.
definitely, I'm excited, and I want to meet more people who want to help stop violence in their community.
Yes, ma'am.
And yeah, that's what it's all about for me.
Now look, this is nothing but a house of strangers.
Yes, sir.
We met on Clubhouse.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I told him we're gonna get out of this verbalization to actualization. Shut up and show up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying? So see, that's the beauty of when you desire to do the right thing, brother. Step out. You know what I'm saying? And you got a whole bunch of conscious, lazy people right now, so you got to go create a whole new conscious community.
That's right.
I call on conscious people. If you call on the ones that's been so-called doing the work and they won't respond, go back in the field. They say this big field awake, what? The wide awake man. You ain't got to help me. I'm going to recruit some more people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
You know what
sir.
I'm saying? So the beauty of it is, and having a uniqueness about what I have is not mine. Farrakhan gave this to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how I'm gonna claim something that I found with another man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if I say, Brother Ro, how you built the young professional movement? I'm gonna tell you, all I did was went to the Exodus program. The first step was do for self, steal away program. I've been going door to door since I came in the nation. And if you could ask any brother that's affiliated or know me, my customer base was real. I don't even like the con. Brother said, Brother Ro, you coming on the con? That's too easy. I'm used to selling 250 papers on a con in an hour and a half.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's too easy. So if you know, it's go door to door where you can do what the master did. Because this is not about the newspaper. Make friends in all walks of life.
That's right. That's right.
So that you can see people that's gonna come to your defense when you get in trouble.
Yes, sir.
Because
Yes,
doing
sir.
this work, you're gonna get in trouble. What you think? Oh, brother, what you mean you're gonna get in trouble? You think Satan gonna let you just come take all his little children and his soldiers from off the street for moving his drugs?
That's right. That's right.
You think nobody ain't gonna speak bad about you?
That's right. You teach. You teach.
What's wrong with you? Satan don't rock like that. That man is on game. Satan is the expert Muslim.
That's right.
He's doing what we were created to do.
That's right. That's
All
right.
we doing what we were created to do. You know, one of the greatest things is when the minister asks us, what's your definite purpose? When I first came in the nation, I didn't know that. At one time, I thought my definite purpose was getting rich. Man, when you get money and find out, that don't make you happy. Money is not. I'm gonna give this to you, brothers and sisters who want to be millionaires. Do you know what it takes to keep $1 million maintained? It ain't easy. You have no social life. You really have no life. You're gonna have to keep that $1 million circulation or whatever product or service. So if you got $1 million with the contract cleaning houses, you're gonna be cleaning some damn houses. You got $1 million contract cutting grass, you're gonna be cutting some grass.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So at one point I had $1 million in different other things. I got a furniture store, I got a studio, I got so much. But guess what? I had to delegate that responsibility and release it so that I could get free. So now I'm able to get up, leave when I want, go when I want, because I'm not attached to those companies like I was at first. Now I'm a free agent. I own a percentage of every company I built. So guess what? If you want a company and you're looking for a partner, holler at me. I just don't want to be there. I don't want to be there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right now my goal is 52 cities. I would go, if I'm gonna touch 1 million young people and give 1 million businesses, how am I gonna do that from a one location? So every city I come into, after this city, we drop it into another city. I'm gonna send my team out. If you watch my Instagram, the Killing Ain't Gangsta movement. We got a show tomorrow night in Mississippi. We got one coming up in Alabama. So if you're into hip hop, follow our YFP booking agency. We're gonna be in every major city. We're looking for artists that don't curse, that don't use the N-word. Now you can get with the YFP movement if you don't curse and use the N-word. But if you curse, we got a dirty bracket for dirty people. We ain't gonna get rid of you. Because I found out that plants grow in shit. Yes, my love. Okay, can you get the shirts out of the box? Hold on, family, I gotta maneuver. Yes, I can, my love. Now look, I gotta go get the shirts for the crew, right?
Yes, sir.
I printed some shirts for the crew. They haven't saw them yet. So I'm about to go get them out the car. And let them get them. But that's another thing. Your product, you know, if you got a team of young people, the same way we were trained with Final Calls, that's the same way I train my youngsters with our air fresheners, our incense, right? Same mentality. They got a quota. You know, if you don't fit the quota, you're gonna have a problem.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're gonna be broke. And we don't believe in broke people. Broke people, that word broke is, ooh, yeah. Look, I'm bringing the shirts in for the team, bridging the gap. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get it, my love. Brother, I thank you for being patient with me.
Oh, yes, sir. No, take your time.
You know, I think it's behind the seat, baby. I think I'm gonna have to get it for you, sweetie. All right, there they go. Let me go inside this house. Whoa. Oh, talk to the team. That's the whole team in the house. We on live, y'all. The whole squad in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all loving the shirts? Now look what the back of the shirt say now. Be the change you won't see.
Yes,
Don't talk that noise around me. You ain't gonna be about it, don't be gonna be about it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, God body.
Beautiful.
Oh man.
Roosevelt, I had to ask a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. First of all, I want to say, man, I'll be pleased with Minister Harold. I got a chance to study with him and under him in Atlanta for a couple of years and know his wife and his son very well. What was it like having him as a minister?
Oh man, I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't be in the nation. I wouldn't claim the nation if he had not mentally prepared me for what I would encounter. He saw things in me I didn't see. So he equipped me with the antidote for envy and jealousy. And I didn't know it then, but I was protected by that man. The most studious person I have ever met in my life. I was his personal security for years. My how to eat to live came from him. My fasting, master cleansing, meaning drinking that cayenne pepper, that maple syrup,
Yes,
came from him. I didn't know nothing about master cleansing until I met him. When it comes to studious study, I was in a Baptist seminary studying for years with him. Every priest in my city I met because of him. Every Masonic lodge I went into was because of him. This man taught me and brought me everywhere. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Because I couldn't go in the streets, I was with him. Brother, Harold, oh my God. I had to define all words. Like, you know how we clear words now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, I was clear. Listen, I was clearing words word before I knew what clear was.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was clearing words way back then because I come from illiteracy. I couldn't read and write for 23 years. So I was only 10 months into studying hooked on phonics when I came into the nation. So even with me, listen, brother, you know how many letters I wrote to get in the nation? Thousands. I had never wrote in cursive in my life. And Minister Harold was right there. When I wanted to walk away, he was right there. I remember one night after some beefs jumped off and the brothers didn't want to leave me alone, I had made my mind up. I was going to get rid of them. But I couldn't come to, I was coming to Atlanta. I went to the mosque to get the letter, right? I wanted to get my letter so that I could transfer from New Orleans to go to Atlanta. So I went to Minister Harold and my captain at that time, Brother Richard, and I said, I need my letter to go to Atlanta. Brother looked at me and said, no, brother, what you want to go to Atlanta for? I said, brother, I need to get out the city, brother. I don't want to be here, you know. I said, I got to go. And Brother Harold said, okay, well, brother, come get your letter. When I went to Richard, Richard saw something different on my face. So Richard told me no. My captain told me no. I said, well, brother, the minute I can have the letter, I'm gone. Richard said, no, you wouldn't let me go. But if Richard would have gave me that letter, I was gonna go kill some people. That's how pissed off I was.
Yes, sir.
Because they kept playing with me, my family, right? Richard told me no, and he said, trust Allah. At that time in the nation, but I didn't trust Allah. I didn't know nothing about Allah at all. I wasn't into God. I only saw the military. I only saw the other parts. I didn't believe in Allah.
Yes,
So
sir.
at that time, I was ready. I was about to go do what I needed to do. Richard told me no. He said, brother, something else on your mind. He said, go home and pray to Allah. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go pray. I didn't like praying. I didn't believe. I prayed that night. The next day I woke up, murder was off my mind. It was gone. And that was probably my first time putting in a sincere prayer. And then I got back to the mosque. Richard said, you going to Atlanta? I said, now I'm gonna hang with Harold. Because I was gonna leave Minister Harold.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
I said, I'm gonna hang with him. And I was in ministry class, right? That ministry class was no joke. When I got to the ministry class, I was actually sent out of the city of New Orleans. I was supposed to go to Monroe, but I denied it because I had children. And me and my father had just rekindled after that. You know, the Million Man March, I couldn't go unless we atoned for our sins and
Yes,
our
sir.
evil. So I had to go to my father and ask him to forgive me for the hatred I had for him. And so he forgave me, and I went to the march and I got back, and me and my father got close. And my father taught me this. He said, out of sight, out of mind. He said, I couldn't take care of y'all because y'all was out of my sight, and I couldn't keep y'all on my mind. He said, whatever you do, don't never leave your children out your sight. So when I got ready to get dispersed from the ministry class, and they wanted me to go, I told him, I can't go there. He said, what's wrong? I said, I got children, man. I'm not leaving them. And that's what made me didn't go into the ministry and go to Monroe. Brother Lawrence Muhammad went to Monroe. And he did an awesome job. But that was how Minister Harold trained us out. And he was different than the training of today. I pray to Allah that that training can reoccur, because it's right now one of the things that's hindering our progress. Some brothers don't want to hear that. The way I got trained, brother, was different. Believe me, I didn't get trained by no punks. I was made into a man in the mosque. I was a killer before I came to the mosque.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't me coming in there listening to anybody talking crazy to me. The man who made me a man is next to Farrakhan right now. You know Emil Muhammad?
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
All right, that's who trained me. All right. The first time I ever was disciplined, that man made me put my damn nose against a wall for 30 minutes for laughing in the ranks. We was in the ranks drilling, and my DI made me laugh. And the brother told me, he said, brother, is anything funny, Brother Roosevelt? I said, no, sir. And the DI came back around and made me laugh again. He said, brother, fall, I'll put your nose on that damn wall. I said, man, in my mind, I'm saying, this nigga crazy. He said, brother, put your nose on the wall to fall out and leave. I said, shit, I ain't leaving. Put my nose on the wall. He relieved me. He said, brother, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, if you can't shame a man, you can't change a man. He said, you just passed that test. Fall back in. I was trained different. If I was late to class, all back 50 push-ups. And if my lieutenant didn't know, he got to do 50 with me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? The lieutenant, it was no joke. And then they asked the squad, you love those 2 men? Say, yeah, we do 50 with them. So my whole squad, because I'm late, my whole squad doing 50.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, there was no such thing as being late, brother. We wasn't late. There was no such thing. You ain't got final call money, brother. You know what? You ever heard of red alert?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
now, that's the training I came on. So that's the type of training I give my youngsters. You know what I'm saying? So they don't get away with weakness. You can't make a man like that. The ministers, they make men, all men and boys join the FOI.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the thing is, what is the FOI? You see, someone say fruit of Islam, the military training. Yes, that's for us who know. You know what I'm saying? A FOI is constantly going out in the field. You know, all of us know we got some enemy lines to get behind, to take over.
Yes, sir.
And that's what, you know, sometimes we want to stay suit, bow tie all the time, you know, but sometimes you got to take it off.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And get behind enemy lines. You ain't even got to say you're Muslim. Your conduct reflects it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So sometimes we just got to look at what other people doing, you know, and do it. Everybody you witness in this house today, that's new soldiers. You see what I'm saying? And the thing is, they're curious to make progress for young people. Now, the name of this group we got right here is called Bridging the Gap. What's the name of the minister book called?
Yeah, Closing the Gap.
Closing the Gap.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It don't fall too far away, brother.
Praise be to Allah.
You know, this work, and sometimes we fail. What you're witnessing again is the 9 ministries. All right? This the youth portion of the 9 ministries. Each one of the ministries have to be put up. Import, export is a part of the 9 ministry. I can't save young people broke, and I can't save them without products.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? If we go back to the basic, we gonna win.
That's right. That's right.
What, you know, a lot of us think, go to college. Better look at them homeless people. Ask them how many of them got college degrees. The best thing you could do is go get your trade.
Okay.
And get your lawnmower edge in the blower. The sun ain't gonna turn on you. That rain ain't gonna turn on you. They're your friends. They come out every day. And guess what? Nobody can fire you. Look in your city. Start your business. If you work for the enemy, that's cool for the moment. Because his world is over with. He has no more income. Basically, we walking on, I think this is few. We breed in fake money. It ain't even real no more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The other portion, brother, is Minister Harold taught me the history of the nation thoroughly. You know, that man, you know how many cities he built?
No, sir. No, sir.
The man, at least 7. At least 7 cities was built by that man.
Praise be to Allah.
And I never understood why he called hell everywhere he went. But he explained it to me. Now I'm a lot older and wise, and I understand. When you actually a person that stands on truth, speaks truth, regardless, you're not gonna always be liked.
That's right. That's right.
You know, so those of us who are presently working on behalf of the resurrection of our people, don't look to be liked, because when you raise your people up, you just took a profit out of someone else's pocket.
That's right. That's right.
And another thing among us who are the 5% poor righteous teachers, you are not supposed to be trying to get overly wealthy. Your job is the resurrection of the dead.
That's right.
Some of us have forgot about the #1 program. We don't even spend time resurrecting the dead no more.
That's right. That's right.
We so caught up in money that we lost sight of the #1 program.
I agree.
So my life is so important when it comes to you. You know, so brother, all I can tell you is keep up what you're doing.
Praise be to God. Yes, sir.
And I look forward to, I'm coming back into the city to meet you
Oh, please,
personally. So
it'll be my honor, sir. It'll be my honor.
yes, I'm coming. What particular programs are you involved in down here?
Doing my best I can to help my father with the 10,000 feelers. But any program dealing with young people, I'm just positive I'm going to support them.
All right, is the brother still at the I saw some of the brothers, they still selling the fruit at the red lights?
Yes, sir. I believe some of them are. Yes, sir.
Okay. That business right there is what raised me. That business right there. That business was created by minister. Well, he wasn't a minister. It's Brother Emil Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's who built that business. That's who started us out with that business. Yeah. When he was building it and teaching us, at that time we were too young to know what agents was, right? And the agent came in and accused our brother of stealing, and he was hurt. And brother just told us, I can't do it no more. He said, he was leaving us. I said, where you going? He said, I'm going to Chicago by Farrakhan. I said, boy, you ain't going by Farrakhan. He said, I'm leaving y'all. Can't deal with y'all Negroes no more. This man owned a car wash, an embroidery company. He was the example for me when I came into the nation, because I had not ever had a business in my life. All I knew was selling dope. And when he first took me and he made me run his car wash, I was mad at him. Man, I don't run no damn car wash. Why you want me to run a car wash? Man, I'm the man. No, I want. He said, brother, it's not about running a car wash. It's about you running a business. So he took me, and that's one thing he taught me. It's how to run a business. We got to come out of hustling.
That's right. That's right.
To running a business.
That's right.
So he took me out of the hustle, dazzle, and taught me how to get up in the morning, be on time, close down, how to run a business. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That man shaped me. And Minister Harold told me, don't stop hustling, brother. Switch your product. That was it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I came in the nation on $1 million, chasing it, and I didn't get into the money move until later. Because when I came in, I had a little bread. The greatest thing ever happened to me, and I won't say much about it here, being pimped. I came in rich and got pimped. And I was so grateful for being pimped, because filthy money had no use for righteousness. So I came in the nation with money, it was filthy money, and people who were not right pimped me because I was naive. When I went broke, and the brothers who like Emil who helped me rebuild myself, I didn't leave with bitterness. I didn't get frustrated because I was studying Jabril, and I didn't know who these people were at first. And Minister Howard used to always warn me because I was so gullible. He said, brother, everybody that say assalamu alaikum, brother, ain't a Muslim.
That's right. That's right.
I didn't want to hear that, man. I'm a new Muslim. I think everybody come through the damn door is my brother. You crazy. When he hugged me, he my brother. That's all I know. I didn't know no better.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I had to go through a lot of trials and tribulations. And if I didn't have Minister Harold, I would have blamed the nation for what happened to me. But because the minister, Harold, was right there, giving me these characters that I had to be prepared for.
Yes, sir. Yes,
when,
sir.
when I became a victim of them, I couldn't burn to the nation, even though I wanted to. I was looking for somebody to blame, boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I couldn't. How you gonna blame your savior? You see what I'm saying? So even when I was going through those hardships and those trials, I couldn't find no way to blame my nation. I had to go to what I was trained and taught to identify. While men slept, the enemy crept in.
Right. That's right.
And so wheat, so tear among the wheat.
That's right.
And remember, I used to write the minister, and I used to be saying, brother minister don't write back. He don't answer my questions. He must not care about me. And the minister Harold would say, brother, study. Everybody say, Assalamu alaikum, ain't a Muslim. And that would save me. And then when everything hit the fan and everybody went to scatting, I couldn't go back to my vomit because I had no life in the street. A lot of the brothers that was in the ranks with me ain't in the nation no more. Because the scatter took place and some of them went back to the streets. One of my first lieutenant died out there, was killed. He left the nation and went back to the streets. His name was Brother Eric. A lot of brothers left the nation and went back to the streets. Some brothers went to the penitentiary. Man, but if it wasn't for me being taught by Minister Harold about these times, I wouldn't have knew. I was reading the book, Khaled. You read the book, Khaled?
No, so I didn't read it yet. I interviewed Malik Zulu, but I didn't read the book yet.
Man, I read it, and I was in most of those locations during the time. But I didn't know, I knew the agents were, I didn't know to the extent, right? How prevalent they were there because I was a baby. And I'm grateful I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I could have been used, even though I was used. You know what I'm saying? In the nation, we was more like a damn mafia. In that time, we were militant, we were brutal. It was like a gangster organization. And you know what saved me from that gangster idea? The FOI manual, right? Even though I wanted to rock like the so, I wanted to take portion of the nigga I came from and add him into the flavor. But I couldn't take and add the street flavor into the ranks because I had that manual that the minister had right there. And there's certain brothers that was in the ranks had never really been into no street life, had never really got into no gangster gunplay, didn't understand it. So I was real cautious, you see what I'm saying, in who I dealt with. So brothers who would talk that gangster stuff, I didn't hang around them. You know, Minister Howard would always grab me, brother, come here. They call me Spooky Road in. You know, they say to go Spooky Road, you better not say nothing around him. He gonna tell Brother Howard on you.
Yeah.
Listen, remember they tell you report all weakness, slack talking and gossiping?
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
That was me, brother. I didn't know that. They called that snitching. The brothers in the ranks didn't like me at that time. I thought I was doing the right thing. I know I was doing the right thing now.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
I was doing the right thing then. So beautiful. Oh, man. Ah, how you feeling?
Man, amazing.
That's what I'm talking about. I already know. Yes. Yes, I didn't know at that time those procedures and those trainings, brother.
Amazing. Yeah, good to see you.
I gotta find a battery. Hold on.
Yes, sir. Well, I want to
Battery's gonna go dead on.
thank everyone.
Hold 1 minute, Doc.
Continue to like, share, and subscribe.
Hold on, Doc.
That he's given us.
Repeat that again.
I was just thanking everybody who's watching, you know, while you were dealing with that.
Okay.
Yes, sir. But Bro Roosevelt, I had a question. Speaking of the book of College,
yes.
What was it like working with Dr.
Oh man, the nation wouldn't be the nation if it wasn't for Khaled, brother. Real talk. Brothers don't give proper dues the way it's due. That man is a trainer of men. Right between him and your father, I don't know no good goddamn men. Okay? And I don't give a damn what they say. Say what you want to say. Most of the best men were never liked. So it is what it is.
Yes.
But your father and Dr. Khaled were the most upright men that I can personally say I witnessed in the nation. The way they rocked, the way they rolled, the way they done things, the way they did it. The militancy of Khaled, the way he done things. He was off the chain. He would have been killed at one of them events if he wouldn't have been the type of think he was. You know what I'm saying? He never allowed people to give him instructions or to follow the original protocol.
Mm-hmm.
He would deviate. He always had something else.
Yes, sir.
So that taught me a lot. You see what I'm saying? Because at that time, I didn't know nothing about FBI agents. You know, I didn't even, you know, we heard the minister teaching on it, the theology of hypocrisy.
Yes, sir.
That saved me. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting around looking now. Where they at? You know, I'm looking. Brother say, stop looking, you might be one.
Yes, sir.
So my goal was to strive never to become what I was hearing the minister describe. An agent, enemy of the nation. I didn't know. The nation is really the greatest thing for every Black man, woman in America. But we don't make it appear that way because of how we interpret our nation. We must now realize this before we leave. All of our people can join the nation. They just can't join the military part.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, that's what I want us to realize. Let's go on a crusade for second citizenship. When we first had citizenship in the nation, but stop, let's go recruit our people for citizenship into a righteous nation. And then those who qualify to join the military part can be a FOI or MGT.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But if we keep asking them to do the letter, right, that's gonna put a high percentage of them ain't gonna do it. They won't even pass. So the 17 million plus the 19, but the 2 million makes it 19 million, 4 billion, 400 million all over the planet Earth. We can't register all them. Half of them can't write that good.
Yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
that means all of this, somewhere along the line, they wasn't gonna have to register.
Yes,
Or give me something I don't know.
Yes.
You know, I'm still a student, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, but my job right now is the younger generation, giving them Islam from my vantage point. You know, Brother Jabril taught me this. Teach what you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm not teaching beliefs. You see what I'm saying? I don't even believe half of the stuff I used to believe. I know it. Does he believe in Master Farad Muhammad? No. I know him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know him. I haven't met him in person, but I know him because I know the structure he set up. And
Yes,
it's still
yes,
here.
Sir.
You see what I'm saying?
Beautiful. Yes.
So there's no such thing as I don't need to meet him. I ain't never met the minister in my life. Yeah, I never met the minister person. I've been close to him, but security was more important than saying hi. So even though that's all that he has done for me, I've never met him, but he's more important than anybody in this world outside of Master Farad Muhammad and Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He's number 3. I'll kill concrete over him. So a lot of brothers talk the talk. I tell brothers all the time, they say, damn, how Farrakhan got all y'all killers to follow him? I say, this is the army, a real army. And we ain't no emotional punks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we don't move out on our emotions. We don't kill no one unless Allah ordered them to be killed.
That's right.
So there's another army of us present with the minister that nobody, they know who we are. The FBI know they are we are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But it's bigger than us because our work ain't about us, man. It's about the younger generation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got to, man, you know, coming in the nation, we have to go to Saviors Day and see the young fruit drilling. When you used to be drilling, soldier.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, my God. Do you know, it's really a pleasure to be able to witness you from a little child, brother.
Praise be to Allah.
And look at you now.
Praise be to Allah.
I think I like so much that you're doing what you're doing, brother. And more than anything, I want to tell you this. I thank you for helping your father.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes,
okay?
Sir.
Thank you for that more than anything.
Yes,
you know, I tell my sons more than anything, I love them so much because they help me. It's one thing to have an outsider help. But when those you created help, that's a whole nother ball game, boy. You know, that's a trophy in itself, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That makes the work worth it. because it's not, because you could see your work wasn't in vain. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I thank Allah for you being able to help that man and him stay the course, because they don't give my brother hell, man. Oh, man, brother.
What was my father like in the 90s? Because I was young, so what was that like being around him during that time?
Drill sergeant. No excuses. What you mean? You can't. You can't. What you just said, brother? Soldier. We don't talk like that around here.
Yes,
can't. We didn't even believe in can't, brother. We didn't believe the way we were trained. That didn't exist. You'd be in the ranks, brother. See, back then, brothers like we sell 50. Brothers sell 50 papers. We're like we got babies in the damn nation now. 50 papers, man. If you wasn't selling 100, brother, you wasn't eating bean soup at the end of the line. Right after we sold, but the difference, a lot of brothers don't remember this. See, FOI class was on Saturday for us. So after we got you drilling and getting our instructions, we went straight to the street. So it was like you were prepped at class to go hit the street.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And when they changed it from Saturday to Sunday, they took the momentum out of the final call. I protest that change for years. But I never had any authority to get that change reversed.
Yes, sir.
And ever since they did that, the nation has suffered financially from the final call. Period. I don't know who made the change. To this day, I'll slap them. Brother said, who are you tripping? Listen, I know, they said the minister did it. I fussed about that. I said the minister couldn't have did that because the minister know that the Nation of Islam #1 product, a national growth product of the Nation of Islam is the final call.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Any nation, this is a nation. It has to have a national growth product. The Nation of Islam is a nation. Our national growth product is the final call. The #1 product is the charity of the people. Okay? Outside of a product, you're not a nation. Why is the nation? I cried when the minister said the nation was flatlined. I was highly hurt when he said that. Brothers was, what you mean, brother? I said, brother, no, y'all don't understand what the man just said because y'all don't understand. He said the nation is flatlined. And I was hurt. I had to go start recruiting more and more. When he said that, I went recruit one of my best friends. He's registered in the nation again, but he's been kicked out too. They kicked him out. But I went after the brothers. I was hurt because I needed to. I felt that I didn't do a job. If I didn't make a FOI, I ain't a FOI. So in a nation, you have to duplicate yourself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that was my goal. And now my goal is to duplicate myself in the larger scale and give them the option to make their own choice if they want to join the military portion. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But every youngster in my organization is a member of the Nation of Islam because Islam is nothing but peace.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and that's what I teach them. I teach them love, peace, and freedom. And the only way you're not going to get peace and freedom is if you do not have love in your heart.
That's right. Yes,
love
sir.
is long suffering.
Yes, sir. Yes,
tolerance, patience. You can't learn to love somebody in a short period of time. People say, oh, I love. I didn't know how much I was in love with the nation until I got into a whole bunch of confusion. And then I found out there's no other way but this way. But I said, well, brother, what you mean? Show yourself. This is what I love to do, right? Brother said, wait, brother, you don't do it. See this here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. This is my life, right? See my hair?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He said, you supposed to be having a smooth cut, brother, where your fade went. I said, this work don't need a fade, brother. What I tell brothers, every brother that buy paper that don't sell them, give them to me. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we have to stop. Brothers want me to dress up in my suit and bow tie when I'm among my youngsters giving out the paper. And I always tell them, I'm doing your damn job. All right? If I'm giving them out, I'm laboring, doing what you're supposed to do. Stop worrying about my hair. The work is more important than my hair, brother.
That's right. That's right.
If you was doing the work, I wouldn't have your papers.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We got brothers in the mosque that do the work, then we got some that don't. But you can't blame the mosque. The mosque, Minister Farrakhan said this in Houston at a believers meeting. He said the mosque is like a washing machine. It's meant to get, it's friction, it's gonna get the dirt out here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look, at that time, I was almost trying to leave. I was at a believers meeting in Houston, Texas. I was there to fuss with the believers. I was trying to get to the minister to complain some more. I couldn't get to him. Look, got in the believers meeting and got my antidote. He said, if this ain't for you, it wasn't meant for you. He said, the mosque ain't an easy place to be. He said, it's like a washing machine. See, if you're not willing to sit here and listen to the friction and rub up against each other to get the dirt out of each other, the wicked part of each other is gonna come out, the evil gonna come out, everything you can imagine gonna come out with you being in the mosque.
That's right. That's right.
I was like, oh, hell mercy. I thought I come for peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But he helped me, right? Know that to build a man or a woman to go after our people, you got to be dealing with men and women that have to be worked out first to go after our people.
Yes,
So
sir.
every excuse I made to give up, brother, was removed from me. So the last excuse was, well, brother, you can't have this and this and this and this. You got to get your hair cut. Say, brother, all the youngsters I hang with, I'm in their uniform right now.
Yes, sir.
All right. If you follow all my youngsters, all of them got dreads. If you listen to my mixtape, I talk about the dreads. I told my sons before I drew my dreads, they used to get mad with the police. I said, son, how many times I told you that your dreads is a reflection? Half of the youngsters in our city who's wanted for murder got dreadlocks. Billboards with them pictures, they got dreadlocks. I said, son, if you continue to want to wear your dreads, you got to accept the responsibility that comes that we haven't got to them yet to prove to the police all of them ain't the ones. So guess what? You ain't killing no goddamn body. So when the police pull you over, looking at you from the back, because you look like a suspect, when he get in front of you, he gonna know the difference. So now, guess what? From the back, I look like one of them. As soon as I turn around, I ain't one of them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now you got to listen to the content of what's coming out of my mouth. When you listen to one of my sons, one of my students, you're listening to an articulate individual.
Yes, sir.
Who knows how to talk, present himself, proper hands on the people. There's a must in this. Everything I was taught. You see what I'm saying? The youngsters got to go through it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So proper hands on the people is a must in the young professional movement. How the hell you gonna sell to my people that you don't know how to talk? The first step to making money is justifying the sale.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, one of the great books that helped me too, brother, in the nation used to sell them. Think and Grow Rich.
Yes, sir. Beautiful.
A Black choice.
Yes, sir.
Remember that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That book and another book that I read when I first came in by Anthony Robinson. Remember that book? Mind Power. Power of the Mind.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, when I came in, a lot of the training we were coming under was different, and the lieutenant structure was different. But I think that it's coming back. It's coming back. It's gonna be a lot firmer this time. When you look at yourself and what you've learned and your observation of your nation,
Yes, sir.
where you think we can tune up at?
Just showing more love to everybody, like you said, based off the appearance, not going off the appearance, not going off of superficial things. Just when you see somebody like, man, whether they fell out or not, bro, we all brothers. It's love, you know. I just think we need to show more love.
Yes, that's right there. The brothers who you would consider fell out,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
some of them still working.
That's right. That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And it's just that they ain't doing it under the same pretense of how the nation does it, right?
Yes, sir.
The nation has to reemerge back on the scene.
Yes, sir.
Because the minister said something for Savior's Day. When he said we unraveling, what that means to you, brother?
Mm.
Does that affect how we think?
That's right. That's right. Yes, sir.
Right? I got children that they inherited the Nation of Islam, right? Because before I close my eyes, the planet gonna be the Nation of Islam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everywhere in America will be Islam. It's coming. You know, I was talking to a brother about Detroit and Chicago, what Minister Harold taught me. He said the #1 headquarters in Detroit for the Shriners is called Mecca. He said the headquarters for Chicago is called Medina.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You teaching? Yes, sir.
He said the same amount of mileage that you travel from Medina to Mecca is the same mileage from Chicago to Detroit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He taught me that the Masons who followed the degrees and did not lose their lives were the forerunners who set the blueprint in America for us.
That's right. That's right.
So when you look at the Middle East, when you see Mecca, Medina, well, that map in the Middle East was lifted up and brought to America.
That's right. That's right.
And every step that you saw Prophet Muhammad take, those same steps was taken here in America.
You teaching? Yes, sir. You teaching?
By the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
That's right. That's right.
The difference is Angel Jibril went to Prophet Muhammad. It wasn't an angel that came to Elijah. It was God in person.
That's right. The true and living. That's right. Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
he went to Detroit and he raised one. And the infidels got upset and he had to run.
That's right.
From Mecca to Medina.
That's right. That's right.
The whole blueprint of what you witness in the life of Prophet Muhammad is a duplicate of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So those of us who study, you have been given the blueprint before the actual movie, before it's already played out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You in the movie, brother. The difference is there's only 3 characters.
Yes, sir. Yes,
a
sir.
believer, a disbeliever, and a hypocrite. Which one will you be?
Yes, sir.
That's what I work for. My work is to get the younger generation so that whatever I do that influence them, they do a thorough investigation of me. And when they do that on me, they're going to trace back to Master Farad Muhammad. Because I'm not going to claim nothing that I do of my own personal intelligence.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I came to the nation a blank sheet of paper, brother, with no knowledge from the Caucasian. So everything that I possess, right, came from the nation. Everything. I didn't come here with a degree from the Caucasian. Came here voided, ignorant, savage, and I came in the beginning not willing to be trained because I didn't know what I was getting into. But when I got in, I fell in love and I didn't want to leave because I found love, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Love and discipline right? Now I'm gonna be real with you. I love the discipline more than anything, brother.
Mm.
Because that's what saved my life. It was the discipline.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
was taught to follow all orders, longs. It does not conflict with my religion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I had to follow all the orders. And so that means I couldn't make an excuse. And then I had other men. Okay, mother, I'm about to end in a few minutes. All right. You know, so when I was brought in and how I was trained was different. So the excuses were never tolerated. So when the minister said something, it was done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, I say that probably stopped about 99, 2000. The enemy had got so far in where we couldn't distinguish him. And I had got so bitter and hurt, I had to remove myself so that I ain't go to penitentiary. So I did what was best. And when I called the complaint, my teacher told me, he said, brother, take your work into the streets. He said, didn't the Minister Farrakhan tell you to go get you some followers? I said, damn, I ain't want to do that though. When the minister said that's for us to go get followers, I thought that was like, I ain't want to go get no followers. I'm trying to get everybody to follow him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But he was telling me, go get me some followers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I bucked that. I was like, I didn't want to get no follow. I can't follow you, man. I'm coming to bring them to you. And I was getting frustrated, and the brother kept telling me, brother, the minister didn't tell you that, brother. He said, told you to go get you some followers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And he told me. And I was like, no. And then he had to bring it back to me and let me listen to the minister say it himself. He told us, go out and get some followers. And then I remember again, we was in a believers meeting, and he used to always tell us, our minister and our regional minister, Minister Robert, he would say, brother, go get in trouble so I can rescue you. Yeah. You know, it was like, the way we used to lecture back then, you would go get in trouble.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You gonna get in trouble, brother. You was called punks.
Mm.
You was called all kind of stuff.
Mm.
But after the lecture was over, you was made a man. The men were joined, the punks were gone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
the ranks, it was different, you know. But now that's the harsh talk has been reformed. You know what I'm saying? The difference now is the firmness in instructions. The excuses are accepted. There was no excuses tolerated then. You was gonna sell papers, brother. Okay? Brothers was actually put out of the mosque for that.
Mm.
Oh, you ain't selling papers no more? Okay, brother, go tell the little secretary you want to resign.
Mm.
I'll see your Sunday. No, brother, you can't even visit the mosque on Sunday.
Damn.
What you mean, brother? I can't visit the mosque, man. You leaving us in the field out here, brother, with all this work. You said you was a soldier. Soldiers don't leave other soldiers in the field. We out in the field, brother. You gonna tell me you gonna put your damn weapons down and relieve yourself? You can't. You've been proven to properly relieve you. Do you believe in General 1 through 12, brother? Yes, sir. Well, who relieved you? Can you? What's number 5, brother?
That's right. Quit my post and properly leave, sir.
Okay, you haven't been relieved, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's how we were trained. So I couldn't leave. Even when I left, the God himself whipped my ass.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It whipped me, brother. I'm really an unhappy person when I ain't doing right. You see what I'm saying? When I'm not engaged in righteous behavior, I'm unhappy. And I don't done my part of a whole bunch of craziness. But I'm more happy now doing this work, working with people who really want to advance the younger generation without excuses. And the difference is, I got so many walks of life right now. You know, I done a call. You got lesbians. I ain't seen no homosexuals yet, but you got everybody in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I ain't being biased. Guess what? In this tug of war for my children, whoever grabbed a goddamn rope and helped me pull them, I'm accepting help.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
see what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes, sir.
I ain't discriminating no more. At one time, I used to always want, well, brother, if you ain't a Muslim, I don't know if I could help you. Or if you won't, to hell with that. I want everybody who want to help get our youngsters a productive way of life. Now, if your moral ways is good enough to get them to follow, you do that. My job right now is getting that dope out their hand to stop them from putting that pistol to your head.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Or jacking you out your car. So right now, my job is giving them a way to make this money. And oh boy, see the money? It's easy. Because the teacher taught you what? Go out and make friends in all walks of life.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
He didn't say go out and make Muslim friends only.
That's right. That's right.
See, that's why we're suffering in business. If you're only looking for a Muslim to buy your product, you're in trouble. That's why Muslims get frustrated now and close their little business down and go and join the white man business world. That's another thing Minister Harrow taught me. And Minister, I keep giving him the title, Minister. I'm going to call him Minister. Minister Emil Muhammad. Look what he told me. I designed a t-shirt. When I came out of the streets, I had a clothing line I designed called Conscious 360 Degrees Supreme Wear. And I was overzealous about this clothing line. And so I said to the brother Emil, he said, brother, I'm about to go to all of the brothers. They're going to buy my shirts. The whole city going to be rocking my shirts. Brother Emil called me, said, Brother Roosevelt. He said, don't count not one FOI to buy your shirt. I said, brother, that's my brothers. They're going to buy my shirt. They're going to support me, man. Brother Emil said, Brother Roosevelt. He said, everything they have, every penny they got belong to Farrakhan. He said, you can't squeeze none of that money out them brothers. They ain't going to buy your shirt. I said, shit, they my brothers. He said, all right, brother. He said, but don't get pissed off when they don't. That was another brother that gave me the coldest and rawest truth that I had to grow into. See that Sunday? When I bought my shirts out to the mosque meet?
Yes, sir.
And we had over, at that time, we had over 60-something brothers in the ranks registered. Guess how many shirts I sold? 5. About 5 shirts. I was tore up. I was mad. I went to him, he said, brother, didn't I tell you? I got better response at Savior's Day for vending time. But he was teaching me that you can't count the believers for support. He said the little belief that they got, that's what the minister feed off of until they grow to know these teachings.
Yes, sir.
He said your job is to grow into knowing these teachings by doing it. He said your job is to go get the coin out the fish's mouth out there. You in the mind trying to get that coin out the believer's mouth. You tripping. He said that coin belongs to Farrakhan and get out your feelings and go get the money out the street. He said take your clothes and go make the hood wave and don't count no more believers. I said, all right, brother. And I went in the street and started selling my clothes. And a brother named Soldier Slim, before he got killed, bought my clothes. Soldier Slim wore my clothes. You know?
That's nice.
And then,
of course.
my clothes got popular in the street. And they say, oh, that's the one-turning Muslim. They knew who I was. They just say, that's Micey, the one-turn Muslim. And then my clothes got popular. And then Emil is the one guy that's the security as FOI when we used to do security for the rappers. That's how I became security for Baby and Lil Wayne. And I got to know BG for good.
Yes, sir.
I got to know him personally. Look, man, everywhere we traveled with BG now and Baby now, I was teaching, brother. I was teaching so hard. Juvenile old lady can't join the mosque. She came to the mosque. She came in to join, but she didn't want our rules. But we was teaching hard, brother. We would be at the House of Blues doing security. We supposed to be doing security. We was teaching. Man, we used to have a beautiful time. Same thing you see Brother Raheem doing when he used to be with Jay-Z and them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's all we did was do security and teach. We were supposed to be doing security. We was doing more teaching than security.
Yes, sir.
That was a beautiful thing, man. Coming up in that period. And the difference then, when a brother fell out, brothers came to get you. All right? If you didn't come to the mosque, the brother was coming to your house. And we were taught never to visit a Muslim house unwanted, meaning you had to call first.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right? So we couldn't pop up on brothers. But if a brother didn't come to the mosque or come to FOI class 2 times in a row and wasn't answering the page, that's a state of emergency, brother. The enemy might got him, brother. Go check on the brother. We get to brother house, brother telling us, brother, I don't want to be a FOI no more. Well, what you mean, brother? I can't do it, brother. Y'all be out too late. Y'all be in the sun. My wife talked about, she won't know what the hell a red alert is. Brother used to bail on us. But it was different training.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, if you owe Muhammad money, come and get Muhammad money. Brother said, I ain't got it right now. But brother, you got a TV you could pawn, Muhammad need his money. Different training. But Muhammad was loved. The way I was taught, brother, Allah came in the person, Master Farad, to teach the world the Asiatic black man was God.
Yes, sir.
He raised one name, Elijah, for black people's liberation.
Yes, sir.
Taught him to do for self and build a righteous black nation.
Yes, sir.
Now we saints, saviors, soldiers, and scholars. We healers and killers, and it's all for Muhammad. Brother asked me, why you gotta kill? Say, man, killing come last.
Yes,
I heal first.
right.
We healers. You see what I'm saying? We healers. We lovers. Only after we have put all the other prescribed methods into practice do
Yes,
we
sir.
kill.
Yes, sir.
All right? Killing is required. Somebody come in your house, kill them. Somebody aggress your family, kill them. We as Muslims don't got no problem with killing. We just don't kill unrighteously. That's the difference. That's why people be like, y'all Muslim gangsters. We not gangsters. I'm more gangster now than I was when I was in the street because I got intelligence behind my behavior.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I won't do you anything at all, as long as you don't mess with me. I'm humble, brother.
Yes.
Believe me. You know, one thing, I'm a real humble brother. And it didn't come easy. You know, it didn't come easy. The test, you know, the different slander, the lies, you know, so many negative things have been stated against your brother that I actually wanted to put my hands on people, but the teacher told me I couldn't.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, and I did violate that though. I did. I had to confess. Because listen, man, a couple of years ago, I had to put my hands on a brother and he got in the street and everybody like, thought you was, brother, stop the violence. I said, I am. But the brother aggressed me, you know? And he was like, what, you hit him first? I said, yeah, I did hit that man first. That's where I was wrong. But the man called me some type of names that I couldn't take. And the man owed me a whole lot of money and told me he wasn't giving it to me. So I put my hands on him and I was wrong. And the brother, when I hit the brother, the gun fell off him. And I was thinking evil. I told this old lady, pick the gun up. I said, bring the gun in the house and I'm gonna finish him off. And she was like, no, no. I said, take the gun upstairs and we finna finish scuffling. So me and the brother kept fighting. And I got evil and I started banging my brother's head against the pole. I had to stop. And then I backed up off him and let him beat me up. Because I came to my senses. You know what I'm saying? I was evil for a moment. So I let him get his revenge because I was doing some stuff. And everybody like, you let the man beat you? I said, yeah, I had to let him beat me up. So that it don't go to the next level. You see what I'm saying? Because he was no punk, he ain't no hoe. But I was wrong for putting my hands on that man. I should have let that money, because I put money above the value I was taught. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, he owed me money. He said he ain't paying me. If that was the white man, I'd have walked away. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to deal with it in court. But that nigga resurfaced in me and I wanted to do some street shit. And it wasn't a reflection of what I was taught. It wasn't a reflection of what I was teaching my youngsters. So I had to tell my young people I was wrong. I had to announce it. You know, some brothers can't accept the elect. I can. You know, because I don't want my youngsters to be out there doing everything that I tell them not to do. And I went done exactly what I tell them not to do. So that was one of those things right there that I had to back up off of and realize money is not more important than the principles of what I stand on. You know, so now you can say what you want about me. You can't beat me no more because I'm not gonna do business with you ever again. Because I only do business with people I know do trade righteously.
Yes, sir.
You know, and that's people that you gotta do an investigation on. Don't let nobody emotionally talk you into a business deal and they don't have a track record.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things happening in the nation too. You get these highly motivated people come in and offer you a doula business gimmick and all of us jump on. And nobody done no damn homework.
That's right.
And it's a scam, and then it look like the nation got you into a scam. No, 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 no. Investigate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But listen, I got two things I'm doing. I have to leave you.
Yes, sir. No, it's okay. Thank you for the time, sir.
I thank you for this interview. And I want you to ask your other question because I don't like ending like that.
Oh no, sir. No, it's fine. I just we'll come back inshallah, and since you be in the city, maybe we can get an in-person interview. And
That's a done. Well, let's do this. I'm gonna call you off a line, and we can arrange something to come down and put something in motion. We could do a youth concert for the youngsters, or we could do a community walkthrough and figure out a way to give 100 business to youngsters in the city. We could give out 100 businesses. So what we could do is get a few brothers that's already in the city, see if they want the business, walk them into a 2-day training class. Once they go through that, they walk away with a business.
Praise be to Allah. Whatever you, I want to help. Whatever you're doing, I want to be a part of. Thank everybody for watching. I can't wait to put this on YouTube. This is Joshua Leonard Muhammad signing off. Thank you again, Bro Roosevelt.
Man, thank you. It's an honor to be in your city. I wish you could have been at this event here because we didn't really know exactly, but I'll be here again. And I can't wait to put something together with you.
Yes, sir.
Anytime you want me to be on your broadcast, you have me.
Praise be.
Anytime you have questions, you have me.
Yes,
and
sir.
I mean 4 hours. All right?
Praise be to Allah. Thank you.
I love you so much.
Love you more, sir.
Thank you for holding on to the baton of Islam.
Yes, sir.
And continue to work this mission. May Allah bless you, bless you, bless you. Yes, and do me another favor.
Family, sir.
When you get home. Well, you don't live with your dad no more. But hug him and kiss him for me.
Yes, sir.
Let him know I love him for holding on this work and everything, man. Y'all open back up? The mosque open back yet?
Not yet, no, sir. But soon, inshallah.
Okay. Well, as soon as they open back, I'll be coming to visit when I'm here in the city. And I'll be seeing you, inshallah.
Yes,
sometimes coming into next month.
Okay, let's make it happen.
Alaikum salam, bro. You have a beautiful and awesome and blessed day. Peace,
Yes, sir. You
God,
too.
man.
Yes, sir.
And look, let people know. Follow my Instagram, YP
What is
underscore
it?
movement.
What's it called?
YP underscore movement.
Got it. Yes, sir.
And
Everybody
then
make
come follow us on Clubhouse, the YP Save Our Youth Clubhouse. Go join the Clubhouse. I haven't done a live yet on Clubhouse, but I'm gonna go live and I can bring you on, Soldier.
Man, that'll be an honor. It'll be an honor, sir. It'll be an honor.
Yes.
All
Well,
right.
assalamu alaikum, family. Thank y'all for viewing and thank you for this interview, Akib.
Yes,
Peace
sir.
out, Sayyid.